So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and finally I have one of the pony cars on my channel. So what I have here today is the 2023 Chevrolet Camaro 2-liter turbo RS 3LT. Yeah, it's a long name. So being an 3LT package, you have RS badging all around, front and rear, as well on the grille, black bow tie. Finally, one of two Chevrolets now here in the Philippines that has black bow ties, a deck lid spoiler, and illuminated Camaro seals here on the door. So this being the 6th generation Camaro already, this face has been with us for almost 4 years now. But to this day, if I were to choose an entry-level pony car, yeah, I think I still get one of these, because here in the Philippines, usually you don't say Camaro, you say, "Uy, bumblebee yan!" So, as well, I never knew what this Camaro badge meant. I thought, no offense, it was mimicking a French flag. That's actually the colors of America. That's why they put this badge here. But very weird, they didn't put a US flag here instead. These are running on 20-inch alloys as well, running on Goodyear Eagle F1 tires. These are all ran flat tires. And they're pretty big too. These are 245 series tires. And the ground clearance itself is pretty respectable too. It's 115 millimeters, which is probably more or less the same in its class too. You have LED lights as well here. So I thought these were not real vents because I couldn't see an inlet here that air will go through. There actually is, but it is just very, very small. And as well, being a Camaro, probably among the widest too in its class. I mean, just look at these fenders. And this is one of the few cars I have not seen in a long time. It does not have repeaters on its mirrors, and they don't fold. And as you can see, the side mirror case is already bolted on the door itself. And you have more lines here on the hood. The hood itself looks like a Decepticon, similar to the Chevrolet Corvette C7. I also have a walk-around tour of that. So, since we're here, I couldn't get it out of my pocket, sorry. So, powering this Chevrolet Camaro, oh, you get gas struts too. And unlike the Corvette C7, this hood opens up normally, unlike the C7's other way around. So powering this thing is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces 275 horsepower. As you can see in the engine bay, there's a very, very big gap because this Camaro can house a 3.6-liter V6 and the popular V8s. Yeah, sadly we don't get those in our market, but knowing here there's a lot of gray imports. So Chevrolet Philippines only cater this 2-liter turbo 4 cylinders for now. But I heard to some of the forums and reviews out there in YouTube that this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine isn't as bad as you think. As well, shout to Kuya Rico Suabe. His experience with this performs almost as good as the V6 Camaro. Probably as well the one he has. Hi Kuya Rico, when can I review? I'm really curious on how this will drive, but maybe for another time, not just today. So here now at the rear of the Chevrolet Camaro 2-liter turbo. Yeah, this is probably my favorite part of the Chevrolet Camaro, especially the window here up to the rear quarter panel. Yeah, it just looks so wide, and I really can't stop thinking about when Bumblebee transformed into the 4th gen Chevrolet Camaro. That's still one of the most iconic scenes I've ever seen in a movie. Like what I said, being the 3LT package, you have a deck lid spoiler over here, black bow tie badges here, and the RS logo over here. You have dual exhaust tips too. They almost fit my fist too. And something I noticed with this Camaro, so you have your reverse camera right here. There's also another camera right there on the shark fin antenna. So that's actually for your rear view mirror. So similar to a Japanese brand, because the visibility for the rear is not really good. Let's be honest with that. I'll show you more later on when we get in the interior. So how to open this boot of the Chevrolet Camaro? It's either a button here beside the reverse camera, or you can open it with this key. Just press this twice. Another bonus, you can open it right there in the door too. So open the boot up. Surprisingly decent amount of space. So in total here you have 258 liters. And another surprise, you can fold down the rear seats. It's a 0 to 100 layout. That means it's just one whole piece. And you can fit a lot of stuff. One issue though, while being very practical still for a 2-door coupe, the load lip is pretty high. It's already above my torso already. Yeah, so getting stuff and heavier items will be an issue here. So that's about it with the engine, the exterior, and the boot of this Chevrolet Camaro 2-liter turbo. Let's go to the interior. Ah. So this is the interior of the Chevrolet Camaro 2-liter turbo. Oh yeah, the door opening is really wide. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard reach. This is surreal. I'm finally sitting inside of a Chevrolet Camaro. Yeah, sorry for the camera angle. Yeah, the cabin in here I noticed immediately. First impressions, it's kind of tight in here. And that's why here's the biggest talking point with this Chevrolet Camaro is the visibility. I mean, out front is fine. Very much similar with a Chevrolet C7 Corvette. But the windshield's kind of low, but I don't mind it because my sitting position will be at the highest point anyway. I understand now in every Reagan review in his early days, he keeps mentioning the Camaro doesn't have the best visibility out there. I understand why now. I mean, yeah, again, you still have that rear view mirror along with that camera there on the shark fin antenna. Look at this. The C-pillar is huge. It can create a massive blind spot. And the rear view, the windshield is pretty small. So yeah, parking might be a little bit of an issue, but this is a Chevy. It's pretty high-tech. You will be assisted with the reverse camera and parking sensors anyway. So here in the door card, okay, mixed of plastic with nice leather materials in here all around. Knowing a Chevrolet, this one's pretty good too. So you have your memory seat functions over here and your window switches. My dumb brain was looking for buttons for the rear passage. Oh wait, this is a 2-door coupe. And you have cubby spaces here. They're really small. You cannot fit anything there. I mean, you can fit a phone, but that's pretty much it. And here in the steering wheel, alright, it's pretty good. Nice perforated leather here, nice to the touch too. Not much rough stitching here. You have a Camaro badge here in the middle, and you have plastic paddle shifters. But look at the throw, it's pretty long. So yeah, another similarity with the C7 Corvette. So on the left side, you have your heating steering wheel and cruise control functions, and then favorite buttons here below too, only in the left side. And on the right side of the steering wheel, you have adjustments for your infotainment system, phone connectivity, and volume adjustments here. So you have an LED display flanked by an analog speedometer, analog tachometer. Looks pretty decent too. And like most Chevrolets, this has an 8-inch Chevrolet MyLink infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Probably the smoothest one I've encountered. Just as good as the C8 Corvette too. But I noticed the infotainment system, the screen is pretty tilted downward, so you have to look a bit down like this to see it properly. You have an engine start stop button here too. Further down below, you have all of your air conditioning functions here, and I love the vents of this. Can you hear that? That's so cool. And the weirdest hazard button placement too, just right here below the air conditioning vents itself. So here around in the gear lever, you have your electronic stability control button, driving modes, electronic parking brake, 12-volt socket here. On the right side, 2 cup holders, one small one, one big one. My water jug fits of course in the big one. And I love there's red ambient lighting here too for the cup holders. And the seats too, leather, pretty good. Electronic adjustments for the seats too. And center console box, yet again similar to a Corvette. You have 2 USB ports, 1 aux cord. It's pretty small, but at least there is. And above here, you have your light controls. Sun visor, vanity mirror with light. Takes a while to open, but hey, at least there is. Okay, these are pretty small. I forgot, it's a Chevrolet. They do this. Except in the tracker, I guess. Yeah, I know the Trailblazer here passes. Glove box. Okay, pretty decent. It can feel this is more driver ed centric compared with the regular Chevrolet models. So, oh god, let's go to the back seats. So here, the rear seats of the Camaro. I will have to say the competition is better, just being honest. Okay, this is my driving position. Feet room, knee room is okay. This is my headroom. I'm already at upright position. I don't have space anywhere. But if I slouch a bit like this, okay, that's my headroom left. But still, not that good. So 5'3" and below will be safe to sit here in the back if needed. But I mean, if it's for short trips, you can just literally do this to the driver. No, don't do that, just kidding. But literally, if it's just short trips, I can just sit like this the whole time and you'll be fine here. Not much toys here in the back, where you get only a small window here. A wireless charging pad here, surprisingly. Doesn't fit my phone though, so even though this is one of the smallest phones you can buy, it doesn't even fit here in this pad. And you have 2 isofix anchor points here on each side. And like what I said earlier, this is the latch to open for the boot. Yeah, so that's pretty much it with this Camaro. One more thing to take note with the engine. Being a Chevrolet, there's a lot of high-tech stuff going on, like especially with cooling. So the summary for all the cooling for the engine, it's like putting ice packs all around your body. That's how the cooling management system works with this Camaro. So for the cost of all this one cost 4,066,888 pesos. I hope I got that right. Bit of a price increase from before, like 400,000, what I recall, because this used to be 3.7 million pesos. Anyway, that concludes my walk around tour of this Chevrolet Camaro. Hopefully I can drive this soon. I'd like to thank again Chevrolet Makati and Ma'am Jen for making this walk around review possible. Flash her contact details here. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you with the test drive of this, if that's gonna happen. But this is as far as I go. Before I leave, I just saw around the infotainment system. There's ambient lighting around it too, which is cool. Yeah. Salamat, Bumblebee!